This is the Inconvenient Truth Podcast with Kala Raji, where we give you the truth, no matter how inconvenient it may be. What's good? It's your King Kala Raji. This is the Inconvenient Truth Podcast, where we give you the truth, no matter how inconvenient it may be. All right, let's get right into it. The Oscars, bro. This is honestly probably the best Oscars I've ever experienced. Although I didn't experience it firsthand, I didn't watch it on TV. I got all the notifications and updates from Twitter. But due to that fact and due to the medium of Twitter, it just me thinking about it and like what happened and the things that I experienced in my personal life, and what took place is just 2020 Oscars was the best. So let's get right into it. Woo, it's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. First and foremost, I want to say that I predicted Joaquin Phoenix to win. It came to me in a dream. And I told my mother and I told my sister. So this dream was an Inception-like dream. It was a dream within a dream within a dream. So in the dream, it was probably just 2 stages deep. I went in. So I was dreaming. I was dreaming, and then a regular dream, so the first stage. Then I went to sleep in that dream. I had a dream. So in the first dream I'm dreaming, and then in that dream, I have a dream about the Oscars. So I'm hosting the Oscars, and it just skips to a point where Joaquin Phoenix, he's not on stage, but he's leaving the stage. He just finished giving his speech. This is in my dream. He's just finished giving his speech. He's walking off the stage, and I'm walking with him. And then Brad Pitt is next to me, and then Joaquin Phoenix is next to me. A couple other people, like Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese. I didn't know specifically, but I know just a lot of people with tuxedos and stuff. So this is actually in my dream. And Brad Pitt actually won supporting actor. I don't know if he won in my dream, but he won in real life. And he was there next to me and Joaquin Phoenix. But Joaquin Phoenix in my dream, he actually won for Best Actor, right? For Joker, the movie Joker. So yeah, he won. And I was shocked because it actually came true, and I recorded a freestyle saying that. So dreams are powerful, you know, and it was an Inception dream, and I still remember it. This is in November I had this dream, and then it's interesting because I had this dream and it inspired me so much to keep going and keep on my acting career and keep pursuing acting, because during that time I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on acting and Robert De Niro acting and his scenes in Raging Bull and The Heat, and then it was a lot of buzz around the Joker and Joaquin Phoenix, and that subconsciously entered my mind. So that's why I think I had the dream. But I also think I had the dream because I was playing affirmations while I slept that day, and the affirmations were positive affirmations, and it pursued me in my dream to host the Oscars, and it gave me that ambition to host the Oscars. And the next day I was so shocked. I told my friend, and told everybody, and then I everything felt like so in line because I had an audition to be in this short film, and I had to audition the next day, and I went to audition, killed it, got the part. The movie's gonna come out in March or April, and it just watching the Oscars and watching Joaquin Phoenix give his speech on veganism and the power of people, and that speech just touched on everything, literally everything. Like he's just summarized the whole entire conflicts of the world and what we need to do to have world peace in that speech. So that speech brought me to tears, but I was all cried out Sunday because for some reason 2 videos touched me that I watched. First was the monologue with RuPaul on SNL. That monologue brought me to tears. And then when I watched Joaquin Phoenix speech, I was trying to cry, but I couldn't. I guess the tears were all dried up. But the Oscars, let's get right into it. So, Best Picture goes to Parasite. That's the only Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Actor. That's really all I care about, honestly. So Parasite, I heard about this movie because on Sunday morning, the guy who does the Oscar predictions, he talked about this movie, and it seemed really deep. So it's about the rich and the poor and the classes, and then the poor people look beautiful but they can't get up in higher class, and it's a deep, very deep, interesting movie that I really want to see now that it won Best Picture. But everybody thought 1917 was going to win Best Picture, which is a good movie. They combined the new and the old being the war, and the new being the new technology they used to film this movie. It looked like it was just filmed in one long shot, which is interesting. I actually want to see that movie as well. But the Oscars, yeah. So Joaquin Phoenix got home with Best Actor. Brad Pitt walked away with Best Supporting Actor. So shout out to Brad Pitt. Shout out to Joaquin Phoenix. You know what I mean? They collecting trophies. Ain't no envelopes to open. But yeah, the Oscars recap the Oscars snubs. So let's talk about it. Who do you think was snubbed during the Oscars? Who do you think should have won? I don't really know. I don't really care. But it's interesting because a lot of movies are filmed, right? A lot of movies come out. A lot of movies do things. But this is to highlight the best of the best. You know what I mean? And these are the best movies, They are movies that... Who's to say they're the best, Who are these people that vote the Academy Awards? This was the 92nd Academy Awards ceremony presented by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Will honor the best films of 2019. So it was the best films of 2019. So it was February 9th, 2020, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So yeah, we got Best Picture goes to Parasite. Best Actress goes to Renee Zellweger for her role in the movie Judy. Best Actor goes to Joaquin Phoenix for his role in the movie Joker. Best Supporting Actress goes to Laura Dern for her role in The Marriage Story. And it goes on and on. Best Supporting Actor Brad Pitt. Best Director Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. Best Animated Feature Film Toy Story 4. Best Documentary Feature American Factory. And it goes on and on and on. You can see the full list on Google. But what I really want to touch on is the Best Adapted Screenplay, Jojo Rabbit. Alright. Jojo Rabbit, which 1917 won for Best Special Effects as well. But Jojo Rabbit, this is a movie about Hitler, basically. And it's like a parody kind of thing. Jojo is a lonely German boy who discovers that his single mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic. Aided by his imaginary friend, Jojo goes and does a lot of stuff. But, you know what I mean? It's just, I feel, I tweeted this. The movies that win for Best Picture, I have never seen and probably never will see. And all these movies that are on the Oscars, I probably won't ever see or haven't seen. But I want to see Jojo Rabbit 1917 and Parasite. And Joker, obviously. Haven't seen it. But, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Oscars 2020. Who was snubbed? I think Scarlett Johansson was snubbed. She should have won Best Actress. But this lady won. Who? Supporting actress. Best Actress Renee Zellweger for her role in Judy. Yeah. Okay. Renee. Go ahead with your bad self. Okay. Renee. Yeah. She dedicates her Oscar win to Judy Garland's unique something. But yeah, shout out to you, Renee Zellweger. But that's my take on the Oscars. This dream I had was really the takeaway from it. But yeah, the Oscars, man. It's once a year, so we gotta talk about it. You know what I mean? It's the best of the best. That's what they honor. That's what they talk about. That's what they project. Oh, another thing that happened, Eminem performed. So, I seen the reaction on people's faces when he performed. My thing about his performance, he sounded like he was offbeat for some reason. It just didn't sound like it was well rehearsed or well produced. Something was off about the whole performance. Like, I love that song, Lose Yourself, but people were surprised. I guess they didn't announce it, so it was a surprise performance from Eminem. Shout out to Eminem, you know, he getting that bag. That's what it's all about. That moolah, that money, that cash, that cheese, that chicken. Whoa. But yeah, shout out to Joaquin Phoenix, man. He's like my favorite actor right now at the moment. Yeah, shout out to him. I had a dream about him. That was really deep. And he won in my dream. He won. So it's all about winners, you know what I mean? That's what we do. We give our craft, we work hard, we put in that 10,000 hours, and we get the end results. You know, people see the dedication that we put in. And that's what it's about. You know, I had a friend named Oscar. And I knew I'm going to win an Oscar. I knew it was in my mind, like, this is my goal, to win an Oscar. And I'm going to. I know I am. So yeah, it's Kalaraji. It's your boy, King Kalaraji. King Kala. Is the Inconvenient Truth Podcast, where we give you the truth no matter how inconvenient it may be. I'm out. Peace. Nicki Minaj. Alter Ego. Let's talk about it. Boom. Bop. Pow. Bang. Like some comic sound effects. We back. It's your King Kalaraji. It's the Inconvenient Truth Podcast. We give you the truth no matter how inconvenient it may be. We got Nicki Minaj. She says she got a new alter ego. Okay. Queen Sleaze is what she calling it. Her new alter ego is gonna be on her new album. What's this album gonna be called? The Sleaziest? What does sleaze mean? Sleaze. Okay. She's a sleaze. I mean, just by hearing the word, you can define what it means, right? Sleaze. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. You know, my take on it is she's crazy. But all crazy people, you know, make it. I feel like you gotta be a little bit crazy to make it to the level that she is. Look at everybody who at the level that they are at. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. They had to be a little bit crazy to get where they are, right? They had to do stuff. They had to risk it. They had to be the talk of the town. They had to take blows, take hits, be the bad guy in the media. to be at the top. That's what it takes. You got to go through pain in order to become you. Become who you truly want to be. So Nicki Minaj, man, bless us with this new album. I'm excited to hear this new alter ego. And I'm low-key skeptical, you know what I mean? Because if you got to keep doing these alter egos, it's like, yeah, it's creative, but what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj is at the level where she can change people's perspective on a lot of things. She can change the wave of the culture. She can change the way females look at themselves, you know. She does it to an extent, but it's not enough, you know. I know she got bills to pay and people don't listen to conscious music, but it comes a point where you can mix the two, you know. You can make some trap conscious stuff. But I'm not pushing to her to do anything. This is just my opinion. This is my podcast. If you want to talk about it, start your own podcast. You know what I mean? This is the Inconvenient Truth Podcast, where we give you the truth no matter how inconvenient it may be. It's Kalaraji. I'm out. Peace. This is the Inconvenient Truth Podcast with Kalaraji, where we give you the truth no matter how inconvenient it may be.